Welcome to Think Differently with Myra Passel. The seed that I pulled out the bag today is labeled, There is Pain in Freedom, which is an uncomfortable one for me because of my personal experiences with it. There is pain in freedom. On a religious level, this makes me think about the Israelites and how they were enslaved, they were in bondage in Egypt. And they had become accustomed to this way of life, this dysfunctional way of life of bondage. It became normal for them. So when they did receive their freedom, when they were free from bondage, they were unhappy. They complained about the freedom, this newfound freedom that they had. And they actually started to desire being back enslaved and in bondage back into Egypt. Now you're probably thinking, who in their right mind would want to go back under bondage and be enslaved? Sounds really crazy, right? Well, what if I told you that bondage are things that make you uncomfortable, but you make yourself tolerate and accept them for different reasons? Let me give you an updated list of different types of bondages. What about a mental, emotional, or physically abusive relationship that you settle for because you don't want to be alone or feel like you failed at another relationship, so you stay? What about an unsatisfying job or career that you settle for because it pays the bills? It's reliable income. What if I said desire could be seen as bondage as well? A feeling or an emotion, you can be a slave to that. So let's look at the word desire. The desire to please everyone and make sure that everybody else is happy, that you wind up neglecting yourself. You are stressing yourself out. You feel drained from having that desire to please everybody around you. Bondage. Now we can easily see how addiction such as drug and alcohol could be a form of bondage and how it can interfere with your life. But what about destructive behaviors as well? So those can be a form of bondage. Emotions, as I mentioned earlier, you can be a slave to different things. Fear of the unknown, or even failure. I don't want to fail. I don't want to step out and try something different or go down a different path because of I may fail if I try. That can be a form of bondage. You can even use people as an excuse. Oh, I got people depending on me, or people expect me to live this way and act this way and talk this way. That could be a form of bondage that stops you from doing what you need to do. Bondage comes in many forms, but they all make you feel uncomfortable, and they stop you from doing what you want to do. It stops you from freeing yourself. So you ask yourself again, who in their right mind would choose bondage over freedom? We have all at some point been crazy enough to choose bondage over freedom. Well, I'm here to ask you to think about making a different choice for yourself. But before you start that process of choosing and making a different choice for yourself, choosing freedom, you have to be wise. So you have to make a plan of action to break free from bondage. Bondage of a situation, or even bondage in our mind. You have to make a plan. And when you start making your plan, remember, you can't do this by yourself. And the beauty of it all is that you have built your community wisely around you and filled it with people who can support you when it gets hard, when you start to second guess yourself and talk yourself out of being free and going back into that bondage. You got people around you. So maybe even part of your plan is to put people around you that will help you get out of bondage as well. So you might have to change your community a little bit for the things that you need in order for you to accomplish what you need, which is that freedom that you are seeking and desire. because you're going to need them around you to help you on that transition, but also to help keep you out of bondage. To keep you out of bondage. As I stated before, today's message is very personal to me because of my life experiences. I've dealt with both career and people and emotional bondage. They both, all three of them that I just mentioned, career, people, emotional bondage, they all were uncomfortable. But the one that I think hurt the most was the one dealing with people. Having that courage to walk away from people that I truly loved. Now, whatever choice that you decide for yourself, there's no judgment in it. Just know that either choice that you make, it won't be easy. But trust and believe that when I say there is pain and freedom, and I fight to keep my freedom every day. Well, that's my time. This is Think Differently with Myra Passel. Remember, build your community wisely.